First tonight, a look into what has been a less impressive March Madness. Maybe you have noticed something about this year's Sweet 16 teams. For the first time since 1985, they are made up entirely of schools from power conferences. Good evening, I'm Chad Sober.
And I'm Tanya Rivera. There are no Cinderella stories in this dance. 2 Wants to Know's Ben Briscoe talked with people who say this could be the new normal.
Witnessing the end of Cinderella teams in the tournament? That's what a lot of folks online are piecing together, blaming the new name, image, likeness rules, which allow college players to make money off endorsements. Fans like Deegan's posted, NIL did the impossible. It made March Madness boring. William added, new normal. NIL has killed March Madness. This needs to be stopped. And best-selling sports writer Jeff Pearlman weighed in, saying NIL encourages the best players to go to bigger schools.
Now, when mid-majors make the tournament, they're just going to get stomped because their best players are now playing for the big schools.
One of the things that makes the NCAA tournament maybe the greatest single sporting event on earth is that opportunity for the upsets, the David against the Goliath.
Professor David Weber researches NIL, publishing some of his findings in the North Carolina Law Review. He sees how bigger schools are using NIL to attract players.
It definitely is a draw and a tie to try to get that athlete to commit and stay at a particular university.
Part of that is because of who can pay for these deals. When NIL started, most of us thought it would be sports drinks and tennis shoe companies sponsoring the student athletes. But the way the rules are written, groups of fans for a school can also come together to form a collective that raises money for players.
These NIL deals will be conditioned on the athlete providing some sort of quid pro quo, maybe doing social media posts, attending events, signing memorabilia, that sort of thing. So it's still not a pay-for-play situation, at least on the record books.
The website, nil-ncaa.com, did a review of collective funding. It found the average Power Conference School collective raised more than $9.8 million for player deals, while the other Division I schools raised an average of just $738,000.
I think an athlete who goes to a school that's not in a power conference and has an exceptional year, I think unfortunately that school is probably going to lose that athlete's services, and that athlete's going to want to go to a school that will be able to pay them more.
One slam dunk for NIL. It could help keep star players like Duke's Cooper Flagg sticking around in college longer. NIL deal tracker On3 says his deals are currently valued at $4.8 million. That's the most of any college basketball player.
We're getting the opportunity to have athletes stay with programs longer because they're not as worried about foregoing some of that income or potentially having that season-ending injury and never being able to be paid.
So instead of a Cinderella fairy tale, think of March Madness now more like an action movie with your favorite superhero players battling it out on the court. Ben Briscoe, 2 Wants to Know.